Mm-hmm.
and you find fresh rabbit tracks.
Fresh rabbit
You
track.
checked last night, and these are rabbit tracks that were not there when you saw last night.
And the thing was on the ground.
She's definitely a were-rabbit.
Is that a thing? I wouldn't know necessarily what that is, but
You would know that there's a wide variety of like
were creatures. Yes.
She's actually title rabbit from the chat.
Anyways. Well, I'll go let the others know about it.
And I let them know about Tayan's message.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
On those rabbit tracks, is there any like anything like powdery around it?
No. I mean, if you're asking Yeldan this, he would tell you that no, there was nothing. I mean, what kind of powder are you thinking of?
I was actually looking at a spell. Pass without trace, but burns
without-
ashes.
Lafdul, we should probably go outside and check whether we can detect any magic on those rabbit tracks.
I'll show you where they are.
It only radiates magic for 1d6 turns. It would have passed a long time ago.
Would
Pass
it?
without trace would not leave any track.
It radiates magic though, at the time.
Yes, but if there was pass without trace, there would not be new track.
I don't know.
How long does magic magic traces last?
Depends on
would we detect it if we cast detect magic?
You don't know.
Well, let's try it then.
Well, I've only got one casting of it.
She's got
How
two.
many
I've
have you
got two. I've got two.
All right.
And
You can.
For her, it'll last 8 rounds. So if there's something else that you want to do within the next 8 minutes after that, then
Yeah,
you can do that too.
we could.
Do we
go in
have any
Honico's
inventory
rooms.
items?
I mean, you could always wait a little bit later too, if there should try to coincide a couple things together. But note that it would have to be here at this place. You couldn't use this somewhere else because 8 minutes would not be enough time to get to another place.
Well, I'm a bit hesitant about that because I was just told that magic sort of dissipates after a while.
Yeah.
And if it dissipates, then we wouldn't detect it. So the longer we wait, the less likely it is we detect the magic.
That's certainly a consideration.
So I have two castings, so I'll cast it.
What I will say is, if when you do that, we'll go into Honeycutt's room and check her. Well, with her consent.
She's
look
not out
at
of her
her.
room.
Could we?
She hasn't
Well,
left.
you're the same sex. It would be appropriate for for you to go in.
What am I going to say? Hey,
you-
Hamika, it's nice to meet you. We think you are being you're being possessed by a spirit or something. Can you tell us more about it?
You need to somehow look at her jewelry to see if it's magical. That's I don't know how you get about doing it, but that's the end goal.
All right. I'll do it differently. I talked to what's her name? It's
Etsky?
yes, the girl who looks after maid. And I asked whether there's anything she would be doing for Homiko now. Is there anything I could do instead of her?
She tells you that she normally helps her get dressed in the morning, and she doesn't think that Homiko would want someone else to do that.
Doesn't she drink coffee or tea or something? Have breakfast first?
Not before getting dressed, no.
Mm.
They
Take
eat
a
as
shower?
family. There aren't really showers.
clean herself?
She's got a. I mean, the maid when she gets her dressed will bring in
The servants are bringing the water for
Yeah.
a bath or something somewhere.
well, not a bath per se, but
Wow.
a bowl of
A bucket.
water that
Water.
she could, wipe her face down, wash her hands,
Okay.
wash her face in the morning, that sort of thing.
Right.
Keep in mind that most people here probably at best take baths at once a week. And there's probably public bath houses around here and stuff like that. So
Right.
Okay. If I cast detect magic outside the house, in front of her window, of Homiko's window, would stuff inside her room start glowing?
it's not that things glow. It's that you feel magical emanations.
I
And
have
you can
a.
That will
sometimes
be-
tell what they are, but it's not like a visible glow.
But that would be me. That wouldn't be if I couldn't ask Etski for to look for it, correct?
Correct.
Um,
And even if it was
here's-
glowing, it would only be for you anyway.
Ah. Oh well. Good idea.
You're trying to ask something, Yeldan?
I would like to know if there was tracks going from the window and to the window, and which ones were the newer ones and which ones were the older ones.
The new tracks go to the window, or they go to the edge of the house, and then turn around and go back to the street. So they come from the street and go back to the street.
Edge of the house here.
So
they're right here.
I can clearly see that they
Okay.
come from the street, turn around, and then go away from the street.
Basically go like that, and then like that.
All right.
Where-
I
I
cast
missed
detect
that.
magic.
I missed that. Can you show me that again?
Sure. Like that, and then like that.
Which ones are the newer ones?
These are the new ones.
Yeah,
Yes,
no, I
but-
mean,
The
as
old
in
ones,
the
the old
ones-
ones, the old ones were a bit too hard to tell because there were other things going on too.
I was
it's-
asking, are the newer ones the ones going away from the window or towards the window?
Now, the
Which
new
ones
ones,
seem to-
the new ones track like this.
Number 2 sets tracks
Yes,
doing
but
the same thing.
which ones of these two are the newer ones?
That's what I'm saying. The new ones go to the window and then go away. It's one,
Okay,
it's
so the
one set
ones-
of tracks.
Okay, so you only Yeldan only sees the tracks coming in and going out, but he doesn't know whether coming in or going out was first.
No. So there were old tracks that he really couldn't tell exactly what was going on with them
Mhm.
because they were old. They were at least a few days old. They went to the road. He couldn't tell where they came from exactly. They were kind of broken up, smudged. Other people stepped in a few places, that sort of thing. These new ones, which appeared since the last time he looked, came from the road and then moved away. Back to the road.
Okay, so.
So forget about the old tracks. Just ignore them other than the fact that there were rabbit tracks there. New ones come in and then go out.
And then leave. Okay.
Could
So I
I...
can't.
Hang on. I would ask, Lever, would your familiar be able to recognize scent? Oh no, you won't be able to convey that information unless you've got something to compare it to.
Well, no, he can convey that sort of information by knowing which animal it was.
Would he know it's prey?
He probably know it's prey, but
Well,
he probably
Would he
also
be-
know if only the tracks were. I think he'd be able to sort of show me which prey it was, but that's more than that, I don't know. What do you mean?
Could
What do
he
you think, Old?
Follow the scent of the whatever made the track.
Well,
Well, we
when you
have to
get
get
him
him out of
out,
the
when you
room
get him out
first.
of the room, you can take him to the tracks and see what he reveals to you. Let me put it
Yeah.
that way.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to cast detect magic on that, on
Okay.
the tracks.
All right. So you go outside, you cast your detect magic spell, and you detect no magic.
Okay, it was worth it.
Hmm.
I have one more.
Well, and you've got 7 to 8 more minutes of use. So if you can think of something, other things to do in the next 7 and 8 minutes of game time,
I
then
walk around the house.
okay.
I go from room to room. I mean, it's not very big. I should be able to walk through all the accessible rooms within that time.
Yeah. And you are. Let's see. What blocks this?
I don't think paper thin walls will block it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see what we got. All right.
So she could get a look at Himiko.
Well,
the intern.
you can tell that there is some faint magic coming from Homiko's room. Let me see if you can tell what it is. No, you can't determine what type.
Okay.
And right now, since you're not in the room, all you can tell is that something in there is magical.
Mm-hmm. Do I know how strong?
It's pretty faint right now.
Okay. And that's it. That's the only thing in the whole house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I ask Etsuki whether she'd be able to get the jewelry and take it outside just for a few minutes to show us.
She wouldn't be able to. You could ask the master to do that for his permission.
No, she could slip it into a pocket, bring it out, show it to you, put it back.
Oh,
Maybe.
she might get so much trouble.
Maybe.
Would she do it?
She will see if she can. She tells you, it depends on whether she's deciding to wear any of it, and I'll try. She's not gonna.
Okay.
I mean, like she's not gonna make an attempt if she is pretty sure that Homiko would notice it, kind of thing.
Braxon, charm her a bit. She liked you.
Yeah. We've never introduced, have we?
No. The cook liked Braxon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Komui, the cook.
No one's got any jewellery to temper and bribe her or something.
She might make Braxon a bigger dinner or something.
God.
Is there anybody that can read that would might want to go to the Seeker's place to see where they can find out about these Shou spirits? I can't read, otherwise I would go.
I can only read Elven.
Well, now we seem to be up. Braxon wants to take a look of this side of the building. And
Don't
see
we want to...
Well, it's still. I mean, this is still pretty early in the morning. If he wants to take a look at something, we can.
Well, the detect magic will wear off.
Well.
Ockar, did you tell us about what you saw or didn't see down here?
There was a strange sound last night. It was like metal, like crashing or something. I went to take a look, but I didn't see anything.
All right, I'll go and have a look over there, wherever there is.
Well, that's the street now, and it's morning. There's early morning bustling of activity. You certainly don't see anything like large metal objects that have fallen or anything like that you can tell.
And nothing is magical.
Nothing's showing up as magical that you can tell, no.
Okay.
Okay. So Braxton would like to take a look on this side of the building.
Okay.
And he's looking for somewhere where we could hide and observe the window. So I know there was that stuff underneath the building. Perhaps we could hide Tane under there. Or are there any alcoves in the buildings opposite?
Tan could definitely hide under there and get in and out easily. You're it's basically just lattice work, and Tan is essentially, a ferret. He can squeeze in and out of really tight spaces. As for what might be over there, you got kind of a flat facade of a building there all along that side, so there really aren't any alcoves that you can see that would be,
right.
Usable that way.
What about down this end?
Well, let me bring you over to.
I'm not pinging. Hang on. What about down this end and this end? Are there any corners?
No. Across the street there is a flat side of a building that's much longer than the side of this house.
Right.
Some tenements and some small shops, that sort of
Does
thing.
this equate to like the equivalent of like a terrace house along a street? So everything's open. There's no like private wall or anything.
Yeah. No. I'm just thinking. Braxon's just thinking. Maybe our next move is to, if Homoko's leaving the building, to follow her and see where she goes. So we need to find somewhere to hide. He'll pop in and have a chat with the others when he can. Tell Liver that perhaps Tayan could hide under the building, and perhaps we could track her and see where she's going. She seems to be sleepwalking, from what the others have said.
The other side of the building, the other side of the street, there aren't any like recessed doorways or anything like that.
Right. So it's just the corners, really.
Nothing very recessed. Most of the doors just front right up against the same of the front of the building kind of thing.
Yeah, we've got a corner here. There must be a corner down here somewhere, even if it's all the way.
There are. There are some corners. Let me see. So let me actually bring you over to the brawl map so you can get kind of a better idea of what you're looking at. And you might want to zoom in like all the way.
Yeah.
And let me find where it is.
Oh, that was zooming out all the way.
You're gonna drag us to the location.
Yeah, in just a second. Okay. So let me hide the text for a second. All right, so I've hidden the text, and so the house is this part of is this building here, this purple one. But it's only part of it. This slightly larger part that sticks out, that's another, completely, it's part of the same structure, so to speak, but it's a different residence or something like that. So Homoko's window opens out onto this smaller street, whereas the front of the house is up on that side.
I'm just seeing really big circles.
Okay.
Do it with the arrow.
Yeah, the point, the ruler.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a street. Okay, that's not actually. That is. Let me see. There's a way to get. I thought there was a way to get waypoints.
I guess you'd have to draw a shape.
Yeah, well, it's not going to work too well. All right, so anyway, this right here. All right, Yeldan, thank you. I'm pointing at the front of the house right now. Can you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That Homoko's window is right there. I'm
right.
pointing at that.
Yeah.
So James, Ockar was going that way, and then that way, and then that way on his patrol.
Yeah. But then just past a window, it opens up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, you could hide right around here.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a bit of a more open area. You could certainly try it. You could try hiding here. But this pink building right here does not have any obvious hiding spots.
Yeah. And if we go in the corner, where the pink building and is that orange, where they meet, then we wouldn't have visibility of her window, would we? It's like our first adventure when we were hunting for murderers, but without the murderers.
Someone could get on the roof, then point and tell the people on the ground what direction. Counting out.
Braxon already suggested going on the roof, and Ald said we'd slide off. But maybe we can get on the roof of other buildings in the area.
Well, keep in mind that while Noble One might allow you, might say, yeah, you've got permission to be on the roof of my house, people of the other buildings might not feel the same way.
Yeah.
But you can try sneaking up there.
Well, that's Lafdul's game, sneaking on roofs.
In broad daylight.
Well, I don't
As
necessarily...
people are opening their windows, getting a nice breath of fresh air, and you see, what's that guy doing up there?
I think Braxon was meaning the next night, as opposed to right now.
Sorry.
Yeah, Braxton's just trying to plan, given what's happened.
All right, well, you can consider that for the next night. Let's go back to the house for now and zoom back out. All right. So, let's see. So, was there anything else you guys wanted to do before the family, has their breakfast and everything like that? It would be kind of a private breakfast, so you wouldn't be eating with them. But you'd see them come together and everything like that.
I think Braxton...
You guys will be fed in here.
Right. Braxton's going to want to pop back and get the stuff that he didn't bring with him.
That's fine.
Because we came here straight from the meeting in the restaurant, and he didn't bring his backpack and his lantern and all that sort of gear.
All right, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be plenty of opportunities to run back and pick that up.
And maybe do that after breakfast then.
Okay. Also, Etsky will tell you, will kind of give you what the schedule for today is like. Jindo is expected to arrive for a private lunch with Homiko.
Jindo's
probably fiance.
Yeah. Oh, I would like to speak to him before that happens.
All right. Well, you can head to the restaurant in the morning and talk to him if you guys want. But
yes.
Let me give you the rest of the thing. And she's going to be going to the market afterwards to pick up the dress that she's going to be wearing to the ball. That's basically what's going on today. I mean, so there's plenty of time to do other things if you guys want to, but those are the scheduled events, so to speak.
Could does my appraisal fall under buying clothes?
Probably not.
Basically, my idea is, could I give Hanako a good idea of a good price, so I'd have an excuse to be with her?
You would. I mean, at least one or two of you would have a good excuse as being guards. I mean...
I have to say, we've not really been formally introduced to her yet, and I think we should get that. We should get that out of the way because people put off meeting her.
That'll be
We
after
can do that
breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, we need to be formally introduced to her because she's going to think of us as intruders. She doesn't
She's
know
been
who we
she's
are.
been told by her father
Right.
about this, but and that's the thing is that if her father says no, one or two of these people are coming with you to guard you, she's not going to have anything to say about that. You know, I mean, she's not going to be able to say no, I don't want it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me check appraisal real fast. Antiques, art objects, jewelry, cut gemstones, or other crafted items they find.
At a disadvantage?
Nah, I'm gonna say that clothing in general. I mean, having
If I had tailoring, then it would fall.
yes, I would.
as the
I would
combined.
definitely let you do that with tailoring, but you do not have
I
tailoring.
imagined he
Yeah.
could do it with like just straight up silk, raw silk, not
Well,
silk
and that's the thing
crafted
is
into
She's
something.
having it bought, made.
right. But I
It's
mean,
not.
you'd be able to. You can definitely tell whether something is silk, and whether it's good silk. But you would not be able to tell whether this is, you know, whether the dress itself is actually well made and stuff like that.
I could tell her.
Well, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go do research on child spirits and see if I can find anything
Okay.
from the knowledge what we've picked up so far.
I guess I'll volunteer to do guard duty on her, Homiko.
Mm.
All right. Let's see.
Yeah, Braxon could do guard duty as well as could Ockar if Ockar wants to, and Yeldan too.
Right. Yeldan wanted to do the research.
Right.
I'm one of the people who can read, so
Yeah, Higgimus can't read, so
Yeah.
that limits his ability to do research.
All right. Does someone else want to go on the shopping trip with Higgimus?
Well, I'm
I
into mines.
might.
I'd like to, but I want to. I really do want to talk to her fiance first.
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
fine. This is going to be afternoon. But if you guys want, I mean,
Oh, okay.
you
Yes,
guys
I go
already
with her.
started planning out who was going to go. So I mean,
Yes.
Yeah. Has
Yes,
Braxon got
Leva
time?
will go with because she thinks that Homiko might feel more comfortable, more relaxed with a woman around.
okay. Anyone have any objections to Higgimus and Leva?
No, that's fine. Has Braxton got a chance to go get his stuff before then?
Absolutely.
And so he could maybe slink along behind them
I mean, if
and see if anyone's
some of
following
the rest of you want to try and surreptitiously follow from a distance and act as additional guards in that way, you can definitely do that. But let's get to that. We'll deal with that when the time comes. First of all,
Yep.
You know, you see Homiko come out and you know, meet with her father. She does usual morning stuff, hits the lavatory, and then
is she complaining about stuff?
no, you again, you haven't been formally introduced to her yet, but she seems cheerful, bright, happy, chatty with Etsuki.
Okay.
Braxton's going to bow when he meets her.
Well, you haven't met her
Yeah.
yet. You're
Yeah, well-
basically
Where's Tayan?
you're seeing this.
Did Tayan follow her out?
Well,
Well, hold on. Let me finish describing what's going on.
Set the scene.
So this is happening. You, Leva, yes, you feel like a little bit of coldness on your leg, and look down, and there's Tayan there. He obviously got out when she left, and no one noticed, because that's kind of how they operate.
I put him in my backpack.
All right. Now, she, you know, Homiko nods to your, you know, your presence. Although you've kind of cleared out of the kitchen so that they can get breakfast prepared and everything like that. You're mostly
Yeah.
in the reception chambers and everything like that. A lot of the sliding panels have been slid open so that the house is, feels bigger and more airy and stuff like that. While Homiko is in the lavatory, Etsuki comes up to you, Leva, and very quickly shows you the pearl earrings. Your detect magic is still up. This is just a few minutes,
Oh, okay.
essentially later. And you detect no magical emanations from the earrings.
And what about the ring?
She probably has the ring on.
Yeah, Etsuki only shows you the earrings. That's all that she could do. And
Is she
it's-
wearing the ring? Etsuki, is she wearing the ring?
Yes, she is. I need to go put these back now.
Okay,
So it's very quick.
thank you. So would I notice the magic from the ring, even though we are sitting in, where are we sitting, in the kitchen or the reception?
You're in the reception area.
Well, we go and meet her.
Well, that'll be after breakfast, and that will be after
Okay.
your
Good
detect
call.
magic expires. Let me double check something real fast.
She walked out of the room. Wouldn't she sense it from her
That's what I'm
as she
double
left
checking.
the room?
That's what I'm double checking. All right. Yes. As Homiko is leaving her chambers to visit the lavatory, you do get a very brief view of her from the reception chambers while the detect magic is still operating, and you detect. You can't tell where exactly it's coming from, but either her self or something she's wearing is detecting as faint enchantment charm magic.
Okay. Good.
Enchantment.
Oh, I also take Tayan and take him to the rabbit spoor track.
Okay. He is very confused because you've kind of,
Ruined her son.
well, no, you've kind of told him already that there's a prey animal here and you want him to investigate it, and you get back a confused mixture of emotions and feelings that are clearly indicative of there not being a prey animal smell here.
Oh.
What does he smell?
But
He doesn't know.
no
Can you-
human?
It's well, I mean, there's plenty of human smells around here, but there's also something else that he doesn't recognize.
Can he follow
But
it?
No.
But he sees the tracks, doesn't he?
Yeah. And that's why he's
So-
confused. Because he doesn't
so this-
smell prey animals here.
She's going backwards and forwards along it.
Hmm. Okay, but that's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I go back
Uh,
to the others and I tell them everything he conveyed to me.
Hmm.
So,
Rabbit tracks and no scent of rabbit.
so rabbits of unusual scent.
Or something that has rabbit-like feet.
At least it wasn't rabbits of unusual size.
You don't know that yet.
Not judging from the tracks, Ald would have said if they were really big
See?
rabbit tracks.
Yeah, I would have.
So, but Tang could probably recognise the same scent again, even
Maybe.
if we don't know exactly what it is.
Maybe.
He's a hunter. He probably will.
Yeah, he preys on them.
You won't know
Well-
until it happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could leave.
Oh, I sort of let him know that I'm very interested in that scent.
Okay.
So if he picks it up anywhere else, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is doable. After the family breakfast, Nobuon does bring Homiko to introduce all of you and let you ask her questions. He brings her in, and it's a very formal introduction. There's a lot of bowing on her part, and it's very strange. You're not getting any of the impressions of, what other people have described her like. You're not seeing it. She's bright, cheerful, lively. Her skin and hair, everything looks, full of life.
Mm-hmm.
And she's quite happy and cheerful as she's sits down to talk to you and answer questions that you may have.
I ask her about the ring.
What are you asking her about the ring?
Well, actually, no. I have to start differently. I look at her hands, and if I see the ring, I'll ask her, "That's a nice ring. Where did you get that from? Can I get? Do you think they sell more of these?"
She is wearing the ring, and she says, "Oh, yes, it is very nice. Yushiko actually got it for me a few days ago."
Yushiko?
Yeah, it's one of her friends.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Oh, she did? You know where she bought it?
No, I do not. I'm sorry.
Lie.
Oh, she might be lying about that, but
We don't say anything.
yeah. Well,
No, we
I'm not-
can't. She may not even know. She may not know herself.
yeah.
So there's no point in accusing or asking anything.
Mm-hmm. I don't have any questions for her.
Just general
Ockar,
pleasantries.
didn't you want to talk to her? I remember from last time. Ockar?
I brought up the idea, thinking that maybe we, as a group, should talk to her. I didn't, as to get direct information. If I had questions at the time, I don't remember them now. Because this has been a rather busy week.
I would. Lafdul knows what he wants to ask, but he needs to find a way of asking it.
Tell me.
How's the wedding preparations going on? Have you had any he's gonna put this very carefully, are you excited? Have you had any second thoughts? Are you looking forward to the next part of your life? He's just making small talk at the moment.
Oh, yes, it is such a blur, but everything is going quite well, and I'm quite excited for the wedding. Very much looking forward to spending my life with Jundo.
I sort of, what's the word? I blink at her or something. I wink at her. I ask, "Do you love him?"
She doesn't
I mean,
make any
sort of
reaction to the wink, but she nods quite vigorously and says, "Oh, yes, I do, very much."
Formal, basically.
You never have any fights? I always have fights with my boyfriends.
Oh, of course we argue occasionally. Like, just the other day, we couldn't decide on which main course to serve at the wedding reception.
Don't you have cooking? Can you make a suggestion?
Yes, I have cooking. Can I suggest something to her?
Sounds
Now,
up to you.
first I ask her, what did he suggest, and what did you want? Hello?
Yeah, I'm just looking at...
This is like an inquiry he was not expecting. Even I was.
It is that. Well, that and I needed to go back and look at what dishes the Windows restaurant makes.
Well,
She
you
would
can
just
tell
be
us
making
later.
a suggestion.
Well, no.
an alteration.
I'm gonna roll with it. I just needed to look at what I'd written down because I don't remember exactly what the names of those things
You
were.
actually
I had
wrote
to...
this down?
Yeah, I wrote it down.
Ooh.
I came up with this stuff weeks ago. I mean, I can always write up the restaurant as a little blurb of, on my blog or something like that as a restaurant on Spelljammer, on Brawl for Spelljammer.
That'd be awesome.
So she giggles, all girlishly over your comment, and says, "Well, he wanted to serve the specialties of his restaurant, and they're good, but I wanted my favorite meal, pork katsudon, and we did eventually decide to serve both."
That's all.
Okay.
Both
Okay.
sounds like an excellent idea.
Can you spell that? The second one?
Pork katsudon.
Okay.
It's not a it's my personal favorite Japanese dish.
It's not pork
Katsudon.
made from cats.
No.
I've never heard. Maybe my taste has
You
been as
guys
refined as you.
you guys are missing out. It is fantastic.
I restrict myself to raw fish. I love it. Okay, so there's nothing for me to suggest if they decided to use both of them. Was it a bad fight?
Oh no. Not at all.
Okay, I'm out of questions.
Yeah.
Because everything I'd like to ask her would disclose knowledge that we are not supposed to have, or would be accusing. So there's no point in asking her more. But I would like to spend the rest of, except for going and talking to her fiance, I would like to spend the rest of the day with her. Oh, and I would like to talk to Yushiko as well.
Okay.
Oh.
All right.
Is Yushiko is the one that doesn't believe in spirits? Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would ask her if she's a spiritual person.
Oh yes.
Being a
Isn't
priest
everyone?
myself, can I relate to that? Knowing from like a Western culture that similarities, I am a person of cloth, so to speak.
She tells you that she absolutely is, and isn't everyone?
Not everyone, but everyone have their own paths. Lafdul's being reasonably diplomatic.
Oh, that reminds me, Homiko, what do you think of Japanese spirits and the Baba? What's it called?
Mayo Baba.
Mayo Baba. Do you know it? Do you know them?
I'm going to assume that you are saying Shou spirits or something like that, because
Yeah.
Japanese isn't exactly a word that they would know. But yeah, she says, "Well, I've heard rumors about her, but I've never met her before. I've never had need of her services or anything like that."
I heard lots of things about her just a few days that we've been here. That's why I'm asking. Would you use her services if necessary?
Well, I suppose so. I just have never needed to.
Okay. Out of questions again.
I can't remember what that lady's purpose was. She was a diviner of some kind, didn't she?
Oh, I'm not out of questions.
Well, real fast, Lafdul, she's kind of seen as, think of the wise woman, but possible witch type archetype. That's kind of the impression that you would have gotten.
Voodoo and stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
It sounds like you can kind of compare it to Baba Yaga, I guess, because I
Well-
believe Baba Yaga was considered a wise woman at one point.
Maybe,
Except
but
she
Baba
wasn't.
Yaga is very, very, very much the hag persona, whereas Mayo Baba is seen as, I mean, she's a real person, not, she's an actual, as far as anyone knows, a normal human being, but she deals in, folk remedies, and giving out charms, love charms, charms of protection, charms against spirits. That sort of thing.
Is she known to be Shou related things only?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, Eastern type stuff rather than Western type stuff.
Okay.
All right, you had some
And
other
what did I
questions,
miss with the questions? Oh, you're still on them. Never mind.
I can't. It's too obvious. And I'm not the girlfriend, so I don't know her well enough to ask those questions.
Okay. Anyone else?
Omako, what sort of things do you like doing for leisure?
Oh, well, I do enjoy reading, and of course, spending time with my girlfriends and spending time with Jundo. I do also love growing flowers. Unfortunately, there's so little space to do that around here.
That's the problem with Brow. Unless you can grow flowers underground.
Did we see the flowers, officially see the flowers on her table?
Not yet.
Okay.
Have you considered window boxes?
Not really. I would have to think about that. No, I never haven't.
Might be able to have a small window box under your window.
I assume she'd be moving out to live with her partner once they get married.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't need to come up right now. That would be really nice. It would be something nice to look at in the mornings. I may have to think about that. Yes. Thank you for that suggestion.
How about we go and look at something like that for you this afternoon after we went through the wedding dress thing?
Well, I'm not sure if we'll have time, but if we do, that would be nice, maybe.
Okay. Would you like that as a... is that asked? Would you like that as a wedding present?
Well, you wouldn't necessarily be expected to give wedding presents, but...
You wouldn't say that.
Yeah, I mean, flowers would just be... flowers might be given anyway. That wouldn't exactly be a wedding present. It's kind of just a sign, a show of affection or congratulations kind of thing, as opposed to an actual wedding present.
Okay.
No other questions?
Oh God.
I'm enjoying this, by the way. I'm enjoying the hearing the grind, the gears grind in your heads, trying to come up with questions.
We can hear.
I want to. I know I can do appraisal on a ring, but
yeah, you can do that if you do you want to try that? Since you can't handle it, it's going to be there's going to be a penalty, but
Can you not kiss her hand?
No.
And have a good look on the way down?
That's not Lafdul's thing.
I ask her whether she's ever met the guy whose name I'm looking for right now, Ryuto something rather.
Yeah,
have you ever?
I don't think you've gotten his last name, his family name. Do you want to?
I ask her whether she's ever. Have you ever met Ryuto?
Ryuto, The name sounds familiar, but I couldn't say.
I ask, does she like ivory?
Ivory?
Yeah.
She's quite confused at this line of questioning, and so am I. I never thought about it.
You see here, I've got this. Oh God, this amulet is it's a fine amulet, and oh God, how do I want to go about this? Basically, I'm trying to show her this, so she'll show me my ring. I'm just trying to think of how to.
Well, I mean, you can see the ring on her finger. You just can't handle it.
I would just show her the amulet and see if she's like interested in it, and I would mention about her ring and ask if she would show me her ring after I've shown her the amulet. You know, like just out of curiosity. I would say that I work with jewelry.
She looks at your amulet and.
Does it look that bad? No, well, I'm just saying about ivory in general.
Well, I mean, it's yellowed with age, and it's kind of plain.
Why didn't I get the magical ring? God damn it! As in, like one of the other items the party's got.
Wow, I mean, yeah, you should have thought of that.
Yeah.
But
Like maybe the ring of fire resistance or something.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But unless one of you were to,
well, it's you're kind of in the middle of a conversation here now.
Yeah, I can't.
You can't exactly say, "Hey, one of you, can you give me your ring so that I can try to talk to her about this ring?" And
Do I know what gemstones in the ring? No, I mean what color?
It's blue.
Oh, good. I got a sapphire. Oh wait, I can't just get that out. It's in my scabbard. God damn it! I would say, oh, that looks like a gemstone I've got here. Can everyone just look over there for a moment? Ah.
All right, you can tell that the ring is it appears to be silver, and it's not a deep blue stone. Do you want to try? I mean, you could see it on her finger. Do you want to just try appraising it from a distance?
Would I be allowed a second appraisal if I were to somehow, later on get up close?
Yeah.
All right, I'll try based on what I do know.
Okay. All right, you failed really badly.
I've got no idea.
You can't. You're looking at it, like corner of your eye kind of thing, as other people are talking.
By the way, is the guard looking at me? Because the guard knows I've been trying to pocket stuff.
No, it was the cook who saw you, caught you trying to purloin some incense. Yeah, you can't tell. You're pretty sure it's silver, but you can't tell what the stone is, and that's completely throwing off, the possible evaluation of it.
Oh, I'm stumped really at the moment.
Okay. I mean, if you guys don't have any more questions, and we can move on. That's
Braxon holds up his ring near her ring and says, "I quite like my ring."
Which one are you wearing?
It's a ring of cold resistance.
What's it made out of?
Yeah, well, no, I can try and check to see.
Of course, your ring looks a lot prettier than mine.
Is it?
Yeah, it really does, because yours is a plain gold band.
We're looking like the right ragtag band there, like. Look at my twig ring.
You can tell that she's being quite polite about nodding and saying, "Oh yes, yours is quite nice."
I don't even have the gold hilt dagger.
Ockar is just rolling his eyes at all this. You people in your material possession hoarding.
I just have the earring. How does my earring look like? How do my earrings look like?
You have a single hoop earring, If you wanted to say that
Okay.
you went out and got a non-magical duplicate so that they,
No, I didn't.
okay.
Actually, I could ask her about like do you know of items having like magical effects? Are you aware of their existence?
Well,
Like,
Oh,
for
sure.
example, then I would point over to Braxton's ring of fire protection that it protects him against fire. Would you, not would you know,
I think Higgimus is wearing that ring.
oh, yeah, the ice protection ring, you know, one or the other.
I think in a world where everybody knows about magic, they would know about magic items.
Well, yeah,
She
and
might
I
be
mean,
sheltered.
right, but there's also stories. Stories are full of magical swords and items and things like that.
I asked her whether her ring has any magical.
Well, we would lead on to that conversation based on.
No, I'm straight out because I look at it and since we all showed our rings and earrings, etc.
I didn't show anything.
Well, not we all. Some of us showed the rings and stuff we had.
Far too direct.
Yeah.
And I asked her, does your ring have any magical properties?
Oh, I can't imagine that it does. She starts giggling. I mean, I would think that Yushiko would have kept it for herself if it did.
Do you mind if we check? Just out of fun? Just for fun?
No, I kind of like wearing it.
Oh, if we wouldn't need to take it away from you.
It's just a simple wave your
You
hand,
could.
magic kind of thing. You get how it works, right?
I
I
can
didn't
barely hear you, James.
Sorry, it's just one of those simple wave your hand over it, see if it's magical or not. It takes like 5 seconds.
She could bring her hand towards it. She could still wear it.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah, but no, you'd be obviously casting a spell. I mean, it's verbal and somatic components.
she wouldn't object to it.
Maybe, you don't know. I mean, you could that's why she's asking.
Wouldn't you be curious to know?
We could tell you.
I guess, but
She told me about my ring.
I can't imagine that it is.
Let's
That's a good
try.
thing.
Let's have a look and try. Girl to girl. Come on.
She
Oh
said
my
she
God.
said go ahead, essentially.
All right.
So you're going to cast your second detect magic?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Now being up close to her, the magic that you were detecting earlier is clearly not coming from the ring. It is clearly coming from her. And you're still detecting faint enchantment charm magic.
Ooh.
Does she tell us this?
Oh. Do you know that?
I
you
would
are
assume
magic?
she would not say this right out.
Yeah, you don't tell her that she's affected by it.
I don't know. I mean, it's up to
I
you.
need to somehow cast Detect Charm. Somehow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, I detect magic in this room, but I'm afraid it's not the ring, you know? Do you have any other things that could be magic?
Well, you were detecting the magic from her. It was clearly her that was detecting.
Yeah, but
this
I'm
magic.
not telling. I'm telling her that
Okay.
it's not the ring, but I still detect magic from her, and so I ask her whether she's
hang
wearing
on.
anything that could be magical.
Wait, you're detecting magic from me?
Yes.
Father,
No,
Father,
no.
What's going on here?
Nothing. I'm just asking whether you.
He Noble kind of says, well, Homiko, you see, you've been acting
God.
strange
God.
lately. No, I haven't,
Why is this?
Father. You said that these people were just here to protect me and ensure that the wedding
That's
went
exactly-
through without a hitch. You said
That is
that it
half
was.
the reason we are
That's
here.
You said it
exactly
was-
that why we're here.
They're
Yeah,
arguing to each other now. You said that this was because of a potential business rival who might try to disrupt the wedding because of a deal that they didn't like you making. Father, I can't believe you'd lie to me. She gets up and storms out and goes back to her room.
Has she changed?
She just got up and stormed out and went back to her room.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant,
She,
is
I
that her
understand.
real
I understand. I understand what you were getting at, but you don't know.
We don't know well enough yet.
So I'm
No,
guessing
Nobuon is very concerned now, and he looks at you and says, "I had hoped she wouldn't find out about my little deception on why you were here.
Well, she wouldn't have.
Might be a little bit more difficult to get her to agree to your guarding her now.
it's pretty
I'm
Well, there's
going
nothing
to have to
wrong.
go talk to her. He
Nobuon,
I'm
he
gonna
gets
Nobuon,
up.
listen to
Wait,
us.
stop.
We are protecting her. You didn't lie to her. We are protecting her. We are making certain that everything goes as planned. So you didn't actually lie to her.
Yes, but others have tried to tell her that she's under some sort of spirit curse, and she has dismissed that.
Well,
We're
then,
not
No,
supposed
if,
to tell her.
if we have detected magic here, then we need to be able to identify what this is. She could be under effect of a charm spell or something that's causing her to act oddly.
That's possible.
Of course she is. She's been cursed by a spirit.
It may not be.
I
a
thought this
spirit,
was
it may be
understood.
just some wizard from somebody else doing this. The only way we can know is by getting somebody in here that can, or is
hang
by
on.
actively identifying the spell itself.
Hang on, right now we need to bluff this out. So
Someone needs to guard that window.
Well, I'm trying to discuss with him, telling him why it is a good reason for us to actively, either examine or identify what magic is on her, because
Okay.
it could lead to something worse that we don't know about.
I agree.
I sent Tayan out to check her window.
Right, but James, his point was that he knows all that.
Oh, never mind then.
He
I
didn't.
thought he was complaining about something.
Well, he was
No.
complaining that
Our
you were telling her things that she has already dismissed, and
What?
and has kind of told her father, "Don't do this. It's not real."
it's
We need to get Homoko's
humiliating.
cooperation.
Why?
So we need
Don't.
we need to bluff this out. Yes, we do, because if she
Why do we need her? We have her father's permission. We don't need hers.
Yeah, that's just gonna. We
if
can't force ourselves.
she's
Look, just don't bring this up again. I will try and smooth this over with her and say that it was just, your strange Western culture. And he gets up and leaves and goes to her room. You can hear talking from in there, but you can't hear exactly what's being said.
Could I not?
If you put your ear up against the wall, perhaps, but
Is anyone looking at me?
yes, the kitchen has people in it.
Yeah.
But
Never.
you were inconsistent. I
In
give
what
you
way?
that. You were. If she had already been told all of that, then she would, at least me in her place, I would never ever have agreed to the detect magic at all.
But you told
We
her
were
that you were
just-
detecting the ring.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were checking magic
I
on
told
the
her.
ring.
I told her the ring is not magic.
Right, I understand. But then you went on to
Mhm.
say that she had magic on her.
Yeah.
No. That I said several times something she is wearing. I didn't say it's her. I want to make that very clear. I said it comes from her direction. I didn't say she herself is magic. I said maybe
That's
something
what she took it as.
wearing.
That's what she took it as.
Okay.
Lever,
Hmm?
Braxon whispers to Lever, tell her you must have picked up my ring, because I already told her it was magical and you detected it before.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, bluff it out.
I have
Okay.
a question. Can Leva cast a spell magic?
No. Third level.
No, I can't.
All right, well, this is a good time to take a break, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll see what the fallout from this is.
Okay.
I just seriously think we need to invest in getting a, like, either hire a mage that can cast their level spells or get a scroll to do it, just throw the spell magic on her to fix all this at once.
That's the whole.
You can try to get a scroll, but we can discuss that in between, in the break. But we'll be back in about 10-15 minutes or so.
See you on the other side.